everybody, and welcome to the Bailey and Giddings Show. This is Bailey, and I'm Giddings. Welcome to our show, episode 3 or 4 or something, I don't know. But anyway.
We'll let you decide.
Right.
For the year. This is the new year. We're not
This is the new year. Last video, we deposited some presents, and Bill fell out of the sleigh, and then I picked him up again on the sleigh. So.
Oh yeah, that was the Christmas one. Yeah.
So that was our last Christmas one. But yeah, welcome to 2019. This is a good year for the Bailey and Giddings Show. We got a lot of upcoming things, a lot of news, stuff like that.
Almost like a news show, but we're not.
Yeah, pretty much. So, other than that, 2019 had started to be good, but a lot of people say, well, it's another year, and it's the same day. It's nothing's changed. But in the film industry, everything's changed. So now, I guess Bill has some exciting news he'd like to share, and I think he's finally going to let everybody know what is going on. So, Bill, what is going on?
I'm pregnant. No, just kidding. No, this isn't a what is that, Junior or whatever with Schwarzenegger?
Twins.
No, he made another movie called Junior.
Oh, that's right, Junior.
And he had a,
Yeah.
But anyway, no. So anyway, as some of you may know, about 2 weeks ago, give or take, I signed with an agent, and it's kind of up and down for me. I had to ask some people questions and whatnot, but for right now, it seemed to be a good fit. And right now, I would say I'm actually kind of ecstatic starting off the year because it's January, and my agent called me yesterday for a big audition for a big TV show. I'm not going to say what it is yet.
They want to know what's going on.
Well, I know what it is, but it's like one of those things. You don't want to jinx yourself.
Right,
And
exactly.
I
totally
and I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, so it's better off not saying it. I guess if you're really that curious, you know how to message us on Messenger or whatnot.
Yeah, you can.
That one, I really want to say. This is what I'll say. It is.
It's always
it's out of Chicago,
and it's always on. It's always showing on TV on Wednesday nights.
And yeah, I've already been on it, but let's just say this is a bigger, meatier role.
Right.
Got more meat on the bones. You're just speaking alone, but that's all I'm gonna say.
So yeah, it's based in Chicago, and it's on every Wednesday night. That's what you're gonna say.
I got an audition, and it's a big one, and I'm ecstatic. My agent was like, "Well, how's that for quickness?" Because like I said, it hadn't been 2 weeks since I signed.
Yeah.
Maybe exactly 2 weeks to the day, or the day before, but I'm just like, wow, because sometimes, that happens. But, other news also is this big Western that I'm going to be filming with Rowan Films and Pepper Scar Productions. Good friend, Randy, and Rob. Randy was on board right away when I talked to him about it, and man, I was just stoked when he's like, yeah, because people that know me, there's a few films that I want to do bad.
Right.
I want to do a lot of film and TV and whatnot, but my big thing is I want to do a Christmas movie, preferably a comedy type Christmas movie.
Right.
Because I love Christmas. I've always wanted to do a Western, and then I would like to do a medieval time movie. I'd love to be in some medieval.
Yeah, if you.
Well, like Dungeons and Dragons or something like that.
We're, it's just.
I'm not saying we're doing it.
Well, I know we're not doing it, but he wants
a
to
big
be
production
in it.
one.
But it's like you gotta find the perfect the location for a Western.
Well, no,
you gotta find a perfect location for a medieval.
No. I'm talking like the medieval type one would be like a big production type one.
Right.
You know, someone who's got everything they need. You know, huge set, whatever. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, you know, like working with The Rock or something in some big production. Not, you know, not that I don't love the independent, because some of the independent productions I know, they're badass. I mean, you know, they get to it, they get on it, they know what they're doing. And to be honest with you, from, you know, Roland Films, Pepper Scar Productions to Chivi's Films, I mean, these people should be they should be making movies for Hollywood, or even more so, you know, they should be getting big sponsors and producers and whatnot.
Right.
You know, that's how well they do their stuff, and they're consistent and they do it. But anyways, enough of that. But anyway, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm stoked. I mean, I'm having a production meeting Saturday after I get done filming my last scenes of See the Light, and so that's that. But in other news, let's see, right now we have hopefully another sponsor coming on. I mean, there was kind of a good talking with them, and I think the other thing is going to go up, you know, so I think that would be good. Might be hearing that soon.
So basically, you've been in so many films with Chevy Productions, but now you're working on a Western, and you're going to be actually on a TV network, right? So that's basically what's happening now at this time, right now.
Yeah.
Right.
And then of course, one of our sponsors, White Oak Whitetail, you know,
Right.
I wanted to kind of surprise people because we've got should be getting some gear to be wearing here before long. But now onto the news that I wanted to wait to say.
More news
that Giddings doesn't even know.
Oh boy.
I found this out this morning.
He didn't tell me.
And I'm just kind of like, but anyway, okay, so next week, I don't have to, I'm not going in. I know some of you people out there that are in the entertainment business and whatnot, you know that there's several auditions that actually do video auditions now.
Right.
Which I did for the actual Western that I'm supposed to be filming, Untamed,
Okay.
in New Mexico. But anyway, next week sometime, I'm not sure the exact date. I'm waiting. I'll either know later today or Monday. I am auditioning for a role, a small speaking role in Bad Boys 3.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
A speaking role in Bad Boys 3.
Yeah, it's a small line. I think there's like 2 lines or something like that.
Where you going to read?
It's being filmed in Atlanta, Georgia, or
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Are you gonna fly out there?
Bad, yes. No. Well, if I get called back or pulled in, but right now it's just a simple video audition that they're doing.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I'm doing it through Skype. I won't find out the details till Monday,
Right.
or exactly what. But yeah, so because they know that I don't, you know, obviously
Now,
live out there. But
was this actually through your agent that got you this?
no, it's not through my agent. It was through somebody else.
That knows you as an actor, and then just saying, you know.
Yeah, you could say that, because my agent, I mean, they're kind of exclusive, but yet they are open that I can still find my own work. So I'm not tied down to that,
Okay.
which
All right.
is one of the reasons I signed with them, because people that know me know, you know, I go getter. I can't stop. I want to keep doing and doing, but no. So that will be next week, and go from there, because I believe Bad Boys 3, it's called Bad Boys for Life or something like that is
Right.
the actual title of
Right.
it. But yeah, that starts filming, actually, believe it or not, I think that starts filming next week.
Yeah, because basically I know they were talking about, they had a poster, and they had Bad Boys 3, and everybody's like, oh, this is a hoax, and or this is a fake whatever movie. But actually, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence actually did a video on his Facebook saying it's confirmed that there is going to be a Bad Boy 3. So they confirmed it that there is, and basically he just got an audition to be a speaking part in Bad Boys 3. Oh my God! I have a real actor in my life, in my life, in my house, and everything else.
Not yet. Well, I mean, I'm a real actor. I'm just not.
You're an actor,
not
pretty
famous,
much.
but no, and I'm stoked about it. And Yeah, it's legit. The thing is, they, in a sense, they're trying to get Michael Bay to direct it again.
Right.
But he didn't like the couple scripts they had, the way they were. So they got another director. Michael Bay is not directing it. Jerry Bruckheimer, I believe, is still behind it as far as how he was in the other two, but I think it's Jerry Bruckheimer. And so, no, it's definitely a go. It's not...
Wow! Yay,
Bad
Bill! All right.
3 coming, and I'm the third bad boy. No, I'm just
Yay, Bill! All right. Awesome.
I'm probably playing a cop that gets shot or something dumb like that.
But see, what's so cool is that, you know, me and Bill are working on Lock and Load, and basically he's going to go to a set that I'm sure there's going to be a lot of explosions, so he can actually kind of like learn how they do this and then bring it back here, and we can do Lock and Load, and we can figure out the tricks.
You're gonna need some big tricks on that. You need
Right,
a lot.
so-
They got a lot that are probably.
Well, I mean, you can actually, just like, you know, when I went to Chicago PD, I learned how they filmed, and it was like, okay, you had cranes and how they did how the person fell off the, you know, stuff and how they did it, and it was kind of cool because I learned from that. So,
well, yeah,
but now if you go there on a real picture, you can see how they actually do stuff and bring it back and say that gives more information on how people film and everything else. So, but yay, Bill, it's gonna be at Bad Boys 3.
Yeah, that one I can pretty much say because that one they already started production on it. So and anyone that does films and even TV and whatnot, especially movies, films, they never film in order.
Oh yeah,
I've been on sets where they film like the last few scenes first and the first scenes in the middle and vice versa to all over. I mean, I've seen some that kind of shoot in an order.
well, that's what I do. That's what I do when I made these short films. I actually did it in order of the script. I actually, you know, it depends on who I had showing up to film, and then basically we went so many pages and just did back and forth, you know, end, middle, beginning, sort of end, whatever, and we just put them all together. So
Yeah.
but I mean, once you film, you don't have a script and say, okay, we're gonna go from page 1 to page 300 or whatever. You can like 26 first and 35.
Yeah, you know, I mean-
second. It depends. As long as you get.
Well, some scenes you might film in order because they kind of go together in a sense and something, so it's easier to make it flow better. But
Right.
if they don't, if it's literally a scene change,
Yeah.
you know, from a building to outside or something, I mean, totally different. Not like you're in the building and running outside,
Right.
you know, then yes, you can obviously film those in order, but
Well, it was just like, see, I don't know what movie it was, but me and Winnie were watching the movie together, and she's like, and she told me to stop it, and I go, why? She goes, go back a little bit, and we watched it and everything. It was actually kind of weird because I didn't catch it at first, and what happened was that there was a scene, and it was like, it was rainy or it was snowing or something, and then they walked into a door and they came back out. It was like dry and sunny. It's really weird. It's like depends on when they did that. So like it was like I'm like, well, how did it rain and sunshine? Now I understand if it was raining and then the sun came out, but everything was dry, and it wasn't even inside the house for like probably a good 10 minutes. So it's just it depends how they do it. So that's kind of like refreshing me because basically I was like, well, if I film something, I got to make sure it's within that day of the next scene or whatever. So
that's the job of the is it the AD or who for the consistency on
I think
set?
it's the
I should know this, and I do, but I just off the top of my head, it's like
DP, I think.
yeah, probably. But anyway,
But you know, but other than that, I mean, it was kind of weird because it's a movie it's shown all the time, and it was like I'm not sure there's people that saying I was like, okay,
but some people, you know, it's just
they didn't realize it or they didn't pay attention to it.
the more I get into, I mean, from doing the acting and watching certain big actors, you know, to kind of study or whatnot, and then getting behind the scenes and whatnot. Man, when I go watch a movie, I don't watch it the same
Just
as I
watch it.
used to
Right,
or other people.
exactly.
I'm looking at things like, I wonder if they should have done that camera angle or this camera angle, or
Right.
maybe they should have done this, you know. And it's you know, it's just me, you know.
Yeah, the movies like, you know, somebody would have their hair down and then they'll go to another angle of shooting somebody else, and they come back and her hair's down. It's just kind of weird.
It fell down, man.
So that's why it's always recommend to actually, when you're filming, that's why you got to have a behind the scene photographer to take those snapshots before you start filming, because you want to find out exactly what they're wearing, how their hairs are for the next scene and everything, because that's how you get consistency on your film. But other than that, I've done some stuff, when I filmed Without a Father, it was like, I was like, well, I filmed this, but it wasn't even where it's supposed to be. It was. I learned from my lessons. I learned from the things I've done. So
next time, I don't know necessarily the next show, but it'll be the next show that we actually do like this. I'm not just talking like a live feed. I may not have a beard.
I had to shave mine because mine was just like and it was just like scratching.
The good thing is, I guess my agent had the two photos of me with the beard and without. So
I took those pictures.
Which I was curious. So and he, so I am going to the audition with the beard.
And they'll let him know if he's going to shave it.
And then obviously they'll say,
hey, can you shave that for you? Yeah, no problem.
Shave that, man. Shave your head while you're out too. I'm like, yeah, I'm out.
And another thing is, like, we're not going to say what he's going to be in or whatever, but basically, if they re-show the scenes over and over again, like, like on these, like, USA or whatever, will show, like, reruns of shows.
Then you get to see more than once. Whee!
He gets paid for every time he's seen on the television.
Yeah, so keep watching.
So,
paycheck.
Go ahead. Right, exactly. So,
as I get reamed on that.
But Bill's got some great news. I'm excited for him. I'm happy for him. Also, about the good news about the Bad Boys 3. That's awesome news. For me, I'm just basically. I'm basically what I do all the time. Just do this and.
No, as I'm going up, bam! I'll get you in. You'd be like my photographer / bodyguard. My personal photographer / bodyguard.
And then you get on the bill. No. You got $200.
Yeah. Or he could be photographer, bodyguard / publicist. You gotta speak to my publicist, man.
Nope, I'm just a photographer. It'd be like you ever seen that movie Brewster Millions?
Oh yeah,
with Richard Parrott. You probably all.
Yeah, who hasn't seen that? Well, I'm sure
Brewster Millions. How he had this guy was taking pictures and he thought it was a scout or whatever, but find this attorneys were hiring him to find him whatever, and I guess he find out he got all his millions and everything. He goes, I'm gonna hire you to be my photographer. And it was like, what, $60,000 a week or something like that. Yeah. I'm like, now if he gets a big movie, he's going to be paid.
Well, because he had to spend, what, $30 million in a month to get the $300 million?
Yeah, $30 million in 1 month.
And he couldn't have anything, any possessions.
No assets, no belongings, whatever. He had to,
Just like when he bought that, the $200,000 stamp or whatever and mailed it. Because like, oh, he's got an asset here, and then they open the envelope. They're like, he doesn't need more.
Right. So
like, you just ruined that stamp.
So he started making big money. I'm his photographer. He can come. He's like, I'll hire you for my photographer. Because I'll start paying.
No.
So, but other than that, yeah, I do my thing here.
I guess he's smiling because he knows what show it's for. But
you already said Bad Boys 3. That's what I'm happy about.
Well, yeah. But yeah, that's
awesome.
I've got a lot of people in the business, friends that are actors, actresses,
right,
that have been to Atlanta or Georgia area to do stuff.
Right.
I have not. I have not been on The Walking Dead, like a few people that I know, and whatnot, which would be cool to be on. But even though I don't know, because now that they killed off Rick and stuff going down, it just. I kind of lost interest a little bit in it.
Yeah.
Not saying I wouldn't be on it, but not saying don't quit watching. I mean, if you watch it great. But so.